I mean, we had people running into walls, we had people falling off tables, we had lots and lots of things happening that could have been bad. So we're Theatre Unmade. We are an entirely youth-run theatre production company.
Nina and I have both sort of grown up in the theatre community. In Guelph, we've been doing theatre for a pretty long time.
I just think it's really fun. Like, I've been on stage, like I started dance when I was like 3, I think. So I've been on stage for pretty much my entire life.
I did my first show when I was 7 years old, so I've been doing theatre for a pretty long time. I'm 19 now, almost 20.
I did dance, and then I did choir, and then I did musical theatre, and then I did improv, and now I'm back to theatre.
There's lots of stuff for younger kids to do, youth theatre programs and musical theatre programs, and there's lots of community theatre which really well serves a lot of the adults, but there wasn't really any community or opportunities for people our age.
I think a lot of adults are worried about our age being and our lack of experience being a hindrance to the quality of a production.
So we wanted to create a theatre company that filled that gap that we were seeing in the community.
Generally, we have an age range of about 16 to 25, but we're totally open to anybody.
So we applied to the Guelph Arts Council for a grant for youth arts projects, which we got, which allowed us to sort of kickstart this project. And so we started writing Incredibly Amateur Dracula.
I remember sitting there with reading Finn's script that he sent over and going and just giggling to myself and being like, this is so funny. I'm so excited to put this on.
And then we took it to the Guelph Little Theatre, and we're really, really lucky that they were willing to additionally support our project. And it definitely would not have been possible without their support or the Arts Council support.
It's about a theatre troupe, an amateur theatre troupe, who is trying to put on a very serious, very professional version of Dracula.
But right off the bat, everything goes wrong.
Props are missed.
People are forgetting their blocking.
A set falls apart.
The entire show only has one crew person, so it just goes total chaos. And then the fun of it is watching how this group of people sort of tries to pull things back together as they're going off the rails to varying levels of success.
There were a few things that were borderline dangerous on the show. We had to hire a stunt guy to come in and talk to our actors about how to fall properly and how to do some of the stunts.
We're very lucky in the fact that nothing nearly as bad as some of the stuff that happens in the show on purpose happened for real.
I mean, we had people running into walls, we had people falling off tables, we had lots and lots of things happening that could have been bad.
Nobody actually got knocked out, nobody was injured, nothing serious broke.
So, thank God for that.
There were definitely points where I felt like there was the possibility that if like 1 or 2 things that we were trying to work on didn't come through, then there was the possibility that the whole thing was going to fall apart and we weren't going to be able to do it.
We had a lot of really big effects in the show, and trying to figure them out was difficult. Mind you, it was the most rewarding and most fun part of the show, and it's the part that those things are the part that I'm most proud of.
There were enough people who were sort of invested in this thing becoming a thing and putting it together. And at that point, it was really important to me that we, make it happen for all these people who are starring in this and who are working on this and who have given us the confidence of resources and support and whatnot to make it happen. So I don't think I ever really considered giving up during the process, no.
There's always a moment before the show goes on where I'm tired and I've been at the theater for so long and I go, oh my God, I never want to do this again. This is so, I hate this. And then the curtain goes up on the first day and the crowd likes it and it's a success, and my parents are there and everybody is being so supportive, and the excitement in the air after the first production, and I go, oh, this is why I like to do this.
I think one of the things that I'm really proud of is a much smaller thing, but I think we did a really fantastic job, and we try really hard at this, to create a collaborative community where everybody feels like they can share ideas and where we can sort of all work together to collectively create a show.
It was very important for my mental health and physical health to get me out of the house, and really helped my psyche.
I don't want to create a show that's my show. I want to create a show that's something that we've all made together, and I think we do a pretty good job of that. It was really fantastic that after one of our shows, one of the people who's been involved with the Guelph-based Theatre for a very long time came up to us and said that they were really, really impressed by everything that we had done with the theatre, and that they wanted to learn more about sort of how we ran things and how we put stuff together. And I think that is really just, it's a really nice thing to hear, because we put so much effort into trying to create this collaborative community, that it's really nice that that is recognized, and that at the end of the day, it doesn't matter, like it matters if we have a good show, but it doesn't matter that much. What really matters is that everybody has a good time making it, and is glad that they did it, and is happy and excited to participate, and that we all learn something and have a good time together. And that's really the most important part, and I'm really proud that we've been able to do that.